Welcome to a new video review series. I'm calling it, this is Dragon Ball Anime Presents. This particular series will discuss various characters over the course of the Dragon Ball franchise. The first one is by far one character I think a lot of people, almost like in the series itself, they've pretty much almost forgotten about this character. What character is this? King Piccolo! Yep, a character who stood at 8 feet tall, really skinny, wears a blue outfit, brown shoes. This was later revealed when Vegeta showed up on the planet that this is, well, because revealed he's actually a Namekian. At the time, he was depicted as a demon. Yeah, because on his shirt he had Mark of the Demon. And the only reason why I think they call him a demon because he's very much not human. Yeah, that's kind of the strange thing about it. The couple of versions I've heard about this is that at one point they depict him as an alien, but they don't mention his species. That's not explained in DBZ. And, well, mostly put, he's the main villain of his own self-titled story arc, the King Piccolo saga. Yep. Oh, in case you wonder who voiced him in the dub, why, it's Christopher Sabat, of course. It's one of 100 characters I think he voices in the series. And here's the thing. Outside of the main story arc of his own self-titled story, and a flashback, basically starting off the next saga, Piccolo Jr., and a couple mentions here and there after this. Like, after his death, he's barely brought up in the series. Yeah, I'm not really sure why this is. I mean, he doesn't, like, when they bring back past villains, let's say GT, or they show in the afterlife when they show the final battle of the series. Yeah, for some reason, King Piccolo doesn't show up at all. I don't know what happened to him after he died. I mean, it's assumed he went to the afterlife, but they don't really bring him up at all. He's never mentioned at all. I mean, the fanfare Piccolo, as far as I can tell, never brings him up after his death. Yeah, and his death is by far one of the most strangest of the whole series. Just having Goku basically, with one hand, just basically blast a hole right through his frickin' chest. Pretty much right through his symbol, the Mark of the Demon. Now, there are some things about him basically not explained in the series. Like, one thing that even Kami basically never comments is, why the heck did he come to Earth in the first place? And why did he leave Namek? Yeah, that part of the story, as far as I know, has never been explained. Oh, in case you're wondering, where is a spaceship? Well, that's explained in Namek Saga, basically, by his spaceship and how bizarre it looks. It looks like a giant seashell on legs. That's what it looks like to me. Yes. Now, how King Piccolo was created is explained that he's created from negative essence of Kami. Here's also interesting, though. Kami's original form, when he's very simply referred to as the Nameless Namekian. What this guy's name is has never explored in the series, or what the guy was. Basically, this character's backstory prior to him becoming what he is before he split off. Aside from the fact he came to Earth and he basically tried to become the next guardian of Earth, not much is known about him at all. You know, as I mentioned, the Nameless Namekian gets connected to King Piccolo. Yeah, and here's the things about Piccolo that is basically does not have his, well, quote-unquote son basically do. Well, his arms doesn't stretch. Yeah, Piccolo, the fanfare Piccolo, his arms stretch. Now in the case of Piccolo himself, he does have, like, some laser beams come out of his eyes. And he's, like, really strong. He's also really fast, too. He's also by far the first, let's just say, really big villain in the series to actually fly. He was technically, at the time he showed up, the third character who without resistant wings, who actually had the ability to fly. The first two being Chaozu and Tien. They were the first two in the series to learn the ability to fly. Shin was later shown to actually have the ability to fly in his last known appearance in the series, Piccolo Jr. Yes, and you can at least get hand to Sad, but he made the character fun to watch. He's by far a really entertaining villain. And the saga itself is drastically different what people think of when people think of Dragon Ball as this fun, happy-go-lucky series. When this particular saga had balls, had Piccolo, King Piccolo, destroy the Eternal Dragon, having one of his minions kill Krillin, cause the death of Chaozu, and indirectly cause the death of Master Roshi. And also, having him kill a whole boatload of people. Yeah, he's also by far the first one to have a death toll this big. Though it was later on done thanks to the start of the next saga, where everybody who died all came back thanks to the first ever mass resurrection wish. One of like 3 they ever did in the series. The only one they ever did basically did it for Cell, and they did it for Majin Buu. Yeah, but GT doesn't count for because fans don't count GT. So yeah, it's only happened a few times in the series, the whole mass resurrection thing. Krillin died by basically being kicked in the head really hard. Roshi died as a result of basically trying to use the evil containment wave. Also, one thing that's never explained in the series, like, I know he doesn't like martial arts because of what happened to him, but here's kind of the thing. Why did he originally target martial arts in the first place? Yeah, I mean, I get why the martial arts actually were after him, because they're basically fighting to protect the planet from his army of demons. Which, how these things are created is by far one of the most grossest scenes picked in the series. By having Piccolo spit out an egg from his frickin' mouth. By the way, he does this 3 times. He first did it with cymbal, he did it with drum, and apparently he may have done it with piano and tambourine. Because he only creates a handful of these characters. And here's the thing, all of his kids, him and himself, they're all named after musical instruments. Piccolo, of course, is named after the tiny instrument. Piano, of course, named after the actual piano. Tambourine, a cymbal, basically like a thing you put on a drum set, of course, a drum. Yeah. And in the case of Piccolo himself, he only fights technically 3 people over the course of the entire thing. Over the course of the arc, he fights Master Roshi, he fights Tien, and he fights Goku twice. First time he actually beats Goku pretty easily. Though he basically gets his butt handed to him in the next fight. Also, he's also the first villain to actually use the wish of eternal youth. Yeah, he's the first villain in the franchise to do this. The only other villain who did this was Garlic Jr. That was done in a movie. Yep, an actual movie. The Dead Zone. Yeah, that's what the movie's called. And in case you're wondering, the title itself has nothing to do with the original novel by Stephen King, or the live act, or even the TV show. It has nothing to do with it. It's just a similar title. Yeah. But in the case of Piccolo himself, yeah, it's kind of strange that this guy is never mentioned in the series after his death. I mean, he's mentioned by Piccolo being reincarnated of him. Aside from that, I think King Fury mentions him once after this. But aside from that, nothing. He is by far somewhat of a forgotten. He's well remembered by the fans, but apparently the series has completely forgot about him. Yeah, because when we talk about previous villains in the series, they don't talk about him. Heck, not even Tambourine showed up in that episode of Super as one of the people who, like, past villains that Krillin fought. And yet, for some reason, didn't include Tambourine in that basically group for some reason, even though the Tambourine is the creature who caused Krillin's first of 3 deaths. The other 2 being Frieza and Majin Buu. Yeah. Not really sure why they include Tambourine. It's one of the most strangest things. Yeah. But not much else to say about King Piccolo. Great character. And had a lot of fun time watching him. I was watching the King Piccolo arc. Yeah. And here's the thing about this villain. He actually physically appears in every episode he's basically for his own self-titled arc. I mean, Commander did the same thing. But this arc was longer. Yeah. Well, so that's really it for this particular review. Tomorrow, just DBZ. And what character I do next after this one? Well, the only one I can think I probably could do is maybe I could probably I'll reveal when I discuss episode 2. Okay? See you in the next video. Bye.